Welcome to the Haven, the wholesale portal for Deephaven Mortgage. In this video, we are going to cover step 3 pricing. So I've gone ahead and navigated to the pricing section, so you can go over to loan summary and then down to pricing, and you will come up with the search fields. You do want to make sure that the information has loaded over properly. The majority of the information is going to be coming straight from previous screens within the IRLA, services for the credit score, etc. And so that FICO score is pre-filled based on that reissuance of the credit, as well as some other fields as well. But you do want to make sure that you take a look at everything and make sure that you scroll down to make sure you don't miss any fields. So we're going to go ahead and say that this is not necessarily an I-10 borrower, but a U.S. citizen. And then from there, I'm just going to kind of double check if this is a self-employed borrower or not. We are saying that this is a self-employed individual. We also have their credit history that's there if anything pulls over from the credit report. The next column is going to have the loan information. So specifically, what type of a loan are we looking for? And we are looking to do a DSCR loan. Channel is automatically included as wholesale, and then also the 30 years, and that we are looking at a purchase, and they are not a first-time home buyer. It is also going to give us that purchase price that we have based on the information within the file, as well as the loan amount, which by getting those two together, we will have the proper LTV. From there, we are going to go over to the third column in the middle there, and occupancy. Well, if we are doing a DSCR loan, we know that the occupancy cannot be primary, that it does need to be investment. So double check that information. So we're going to go ahead and put the investment property. And then we have it as a single family residence. First time investor. Nope, this is not, and it's not a unique property. And is it a renovation property? No. If it is short-term rental, you will need to add that information in there, but this is not. So we're going to go ahead and say no. And then again, you're just going to be verifying the rest of the information. If you would need to change the zip code or the state, you would first need to go back into the IRLA and update the information because added information is coming from the application itself. We're good to go on those fronts. It's not a rural property, already gives us the county as well. In the fourth column, it is going to show that income and expenses. Again, just like we had for the zip code and state, our monthly income is going to come from the IRLA. In order to update any of these grayed out fields, you would need to go back into step 1 of the IRLA and make those changes. Once those have been saved, they will update in pricing. From there, we've already indicated that it is a DSCR loan, so we have that information for us, and we have our reserves. And then now we just need to calculate that estimated DSCR ratio. And we're going to say that it's currently looking to be at 1.3, or perhaps even a little bit higher. Mortgage history, we don't have any lates or anything like that. And then the final column is going to be the product that it's looking for. So we're going to go ahead and say that it's a lock at 30 days, that it is an MUW that will always pre-fill as that. That's good. We'll be able to input if there is in pounds, interest only, etc. If there is a prepayment term that we want to take account of, we can do no, or we can go anywhere between 1 and 5. Again, there's different pricing adjusters that would be added in there. We're just going to say that it's a 3-year. As you continue to go down, you'll see that compensation. It is going to start with lender paid compensation, and based on the broker agreement that you have with Deephaven, it is automatically going to provide you with that base plan rate. And so for this one, they're at 2.75. If you wanted to do borrower paid comp, you bet you can do that. You're just going to change it from lender paid to borrower, and then you can go from there. We're just going to enter in that 1%. At that point, we're ready to go ahead and search. So it's going to take all those different parameters. And one of the things that you can do to kind of help yourself out here is to take a look at those pricing filters. You'll note kind of in the background here that we are showing that we have 8 pricers that are available, and we have 159 that are unavailable. If it would happen to be the case where you didn't have anything as eligible and you wanted to see, why do we have the 159, you can update this filter. And we're going to click on that. And we're going to change the program. So we know that we are looking for DSCR rates. There's no sense in them showing us, the no ratio, the expanded prime, etc. We know this is going to be a 30-year fixed DSCR loan. So we'll click on all to remove all those extras, and then we'll choose that DSCR 30-year fixed. And then from there, it is going to save and update the information for us. So rather than having over 150 that are ineligible, you have 18 to be able to review, and you have 8 that are eligible. What's great with this option for you is that if you would happen to receive 0 eligible, and we had to look at those ineligible 18, what you can do is take a look at the line item. So you were thinking you're going to be doing a 7.99%, but we can see as we go across the screen to that second to last column header of price adjuster that it's disqualified. And so we want to see why. So all you have to do is click on disqualified, and then you'll see all those different loan level pricing adjusters that have been added. And then as you scroll down to the bottom, you'll show the disqualification. So this has some comp features that it's butting up against and dollar amounts. So that's why it is disqualified. Again, just a great way to be able to check your work if you're trying to figure out why something isn't eligible. Maybe it was something like I didn't update the property type to be from primary residence to investment. That would be something, that would be an indicator that would show why you didn't have any pricing that came up for that particular product. Because a DSCR loan, it has to be investment. And if I would have looked over that and still had primary residence, then it's going to kick everything as ineligible. From here, though, you can go ahead and navigate to eligible, and you see the 8 different options that we have here. We're going to go ahead and choose at 6.99%. And you will also, under the adjuster, if you wanted to see a little bit more as to what was used for those pricing adjusters, you will see them right there on the screen for yourself. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and under actions, click on export pricing. From export pricing, you will see those old pricing results. So maybe what you had in your original loan operating system, and then what we have for today. So we're going to go ahead and click on confirm. And the one thing to remind yourself is that you do need to submit the loan fully in order to lock it. So even though we're exporting pricing, we are going to be floating this rate. We'll then submit the loan file, and then you can go right back into the system and request the lock. So it is a 2-step process. You just have to first submit the loan, and then you can go ahead and lock the loan. We'll see our pricing scenario request here. So we have our different tiers in terms of what we're looking for the loan to value, monthly payments, etc. And even if you would forget that you have to submit the loan first in order to lock, and you did select request lock, it is going to ask you, are you sure? We're going to say, yeah, I need to get this locked. You will get a pop-up message telling you that you need to first submit your loan. So it is giving you a good reminder of, oh, that's right, I need to go ahead and first submit it, and then I can go back and reprice the loan and lock it. So I'm going to say, okay. So those are the steps to go ahead and do the pricing scenario. And as we see now on the left-hand side of your screen under step 3 in pricing, it is green. So we are successful. Be sure to check out our locking video after the submission to be able to see what it looks like to be able to lock a loan in the Haven.